Hey, I'm Craig, and today for the Surfboard Guide, we'll be having a look at the Monsta 8 by JS Industries. So the Monsta 8 I've been riding is a 6.0, and it comes in at 6.0, 19/8 by 2 7/16, and it was a custom, and I think it's around 29.5 litres. The stock 6.0 comes in a few different volumes, but the one that's an 1/8 narrow is 29.3, so it's probably just got a little bit more foam at around 29.5, I reckon. So the Monsta 8 is the latest version of the Monsta by JS Surfboards, and I actually haven't had one for a while. So when they first brought out the Monsta, there was the original Monsta, and I had that, and that was about like 5 or 6 years ago. And since then there's been, I think, like a Monsta X and a Monsta 6, and now we have the Monsta 8, which is the latest version. So I think chatting with JS, the updates from the Monsta 6 is there's just a little bit more rocker out through the nose, flatter entry rocker, and then there's a bit more flip up the end to keep it from catching in like good waves, and just a little bit more tail flip and a slightly more pronounced hip at the back end there. Flipping over the Monsta 8, the concave through the bottom is pretty simple. It's a single throughout the board, and then it has a double come through the fins and out through the rear board. And chatting them as well, they've deepened that a little bit from the Monsta 6 just to give a bit more, less drag and a bit more like water flowing through the board, and it creates a really fast board in average and good waves. Saying that, I've been riding the Monsta 8 for a while now, and I kind of looked at it as a really like pointy, it's a high performance shortboard, and I thought it was for really good waves, and I kind of held off riding it for a little while, looking for that good day when I thought the board would really perform. And I ended up taking it out on a pretty kind of, 3 to 4 foot onshore, but a bit of push and whatnot, because I just wanted to ride the thing. But it blows me away now how forgiving some performance shortboards are, because this is something I saw as a really high-end performance shortboard. Like JS is some of the top surfers in the world, Joel Parkinson, Mikey Wright, and the rest, they're riding, this is their performance shortboard for really good surfers. And it blows me away how forgiving this board actually is for the average surfer and in your local kind of average waves. So saying that, I've been surfing it. I took it out 3 to 4 foot, kind of junky little wedges, a lot of push and a lot of fun. And the board was mental, and had a lot of fun on it and really enjoyed it. And since then I've had it in a variety of conditions, probably from like 2 foot. I probably wouldn't surf it anywhere from like waist high or under. And I've surfed it in waves that have probably been a bit overhead in the 4 to 5 to 6 foot kind of range, a little bit bigger on the face. And the board surfed really, really well. It's funny how well it can grovel in kind of the waist high waves where the lowest limits you'd really take a shortboard, but it all performs so well in your really high performance, good, clean conditions. Shortboards now are so refined, the distribution of foam in them is so, it just makes surfing really easy for the average surfer, and obviously for your performance world tour surfer, because I don't think this version of the Monsta 8 here is too different, except for some little tweaks on width and length and whatnot, to what some of the best surfers in the world like Mikey Wright and that are riding. In the Monsta 8, I have been riding the Jack Freestone Generation series by Futures. And it's actually funny, the Generation series Jack fin is a speed generating fin. So this is something I rode, I think, in the Air 17X. So for like a smaller wave kind of board and for average waves. So like I said, that first surf I had on it, 3 to 4 foot, pretty junky. I thought this was the fin to put in the board. Went really, really well, and I kind of waited for the day, and I thought, the Jack feels good. And Jack also has a fin, the Control series, which is without a foil. It's not a speed generating fin, and is when you want to control speed. So waves that have push, you use that fin to control speed rather than this to generate speed. But I actually found myself not getting off this. The Generation fin felt really, really good. And when I've heard people say they weren't that into it, we're going a little bit bigger, I actually really enjoyed it because it has the foil on the inside of the fin, which assists in generating speed. But I felt if I did like a roundhouse or like a turn, it felt like it wanted to lengthen the turn out and keep that pace through turns when boards and fins and setups would normally kind of stop. And that felt really, really nice. So I didn't find myself going on to the Control series. I did try it on one surf and it was okay, but I felt if I just wanted to stick to one fin, I felt like this was the one. Overall, I think the Monsta 8 by JS Industries is for probably an intermediate to advanced surfer who wants a high performance shortboard. It's fairly forgiving, and it can ride a whole range of waves from probably waist high, kind of okay to average waves, up to your well overhead, really kind of good days at your local break, and into those punchy and performance reef breaks. But I think it really asks for someone who can surf quite well and understands the intricacies of a performance shortboard and wants something that's going to keep up with a whole range of conditions at their local break. Hopefully you get a chance to check one out. It's been an awesome board to ride, and it's something that's going to stick as part of my quiver for a while now. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. If you like what you saw, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could hit like. If you want to see more of what we're doing, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe. Beyond what we're doing here on YouTube, we also have an Instagram account which we're keeping pretty active with. You'll find it on Instagram at the Surfboard Guide, and on there we'll be posting stuff about boards we have, immediate stuff about our experiences with them. You'll also have a chance to maybe connect with other people that have an experience with board that you may be interested in. Thanks so much for watching.